Hello, welcome to my channel Lady D. This will be my video for the week ahead. We have the big thing this week is the solar eclipse. So that is happening for me it's happening on the 9th, so Tuesday morning. It's starting at 1:42 a.m. But for the other people, America and England, for you it's going to be the 8th. So to be honest, I've been getting a lot of anxiety about this eclipse, just because we're in a Mercury retrograde in Aries. We've got a lot of Aries energy that's coming up with this eclipse. We've got the Mars, Saturn, and Neptune in Pisces as well. It's going to be hectic. This solar eclipse, the sun is conjunct, it's total solar eclipse, by the way. It's going to be conjuncting Chiron. So this could bring up fears or fearfulness. It can bring up sort of wounds, things that are deep wounded. You might be things that really affect you. These things you might tend to come up and feel a little bit worried about that. I also too, at the same time, we've got Mars and Saturn sort of within 2 degrees of each other. They will be conjuncting on the 11th. On the 12th, you're then going to have Mercury is going to be conjuncting the Sun. So Mercury retrograde conjuncting the Sun. That's on the 12th. Plus all week, and also during this eclipse, we do have a square. We have Mercury square Pluto to top this off with this eclipse. So I'm already this week have been feeling a little bit anxious about this eclipse coming up. I've been looking at people's charts to see where it's going to hit certain charts. People in my own chart. So if you know your chart, it's good to see where this eclipse is going to hit. Then you can see where it's going to affect you. I feel like you need to be patient. I feel like you need to just sort of wait and see what comes up and wait to react to things. I feel like we're probably going to be dealing with a lot of war energy. There could be things to do with leaderships. I know as another astrologer that I watch, Joni Patrice, she's a Vedic astrologer, and she's done a lot of research, and she was saying that this last eclipse, sort of like this, or in the same sign, it affected the JFK shooting and Martin Luther King, because eclipses have a trigger effect, and it might not happen just on that day. It can happen up to 6 months to take effect. So, which makes sense because the leaders in Aries are the leaders, even though she does Vedic astrology, the placement where she sees it is different, but it still falls in like leadership in Aries. So probably around the world, we're probably going to see things, not great things with leaders around the world. There could be some things with leaders. I actually have got tragedy. Last night, I was like asking my guides what's this going to bring up, and all I could hear in my head is that tragedy song by, I think Steps did a remake of it back in the 90s or early 2000s. So I do feel like there could be some sense of tragedy coming up. I feel like a sense of being overwhelmed too, of stress, and so triggers. People will be very triggered. People will be maybe self-entitled, and it's going to be more like opinionated, because and argumentative, because we're in this airy energy, but also victim mentality as well, with Chiron being there and conjuncting. It's sort of like poor me, I feel like too. I've got like tangled web here, so I feel like that it could be the tangled web we weave. So people who manipulate or lie are going to get themselves tangled up. That's what I feel. Low on energy, so if you're tired, lethargic, you might sense there's a delay, like delays coming up too. So if you're traveling, delays in getting things done. There could be more floods. I know at the moment we're dealing with a lot of water, a lot of rain the last 2 days, where I am, and we've had a lot of, probably going to get a lot of, well, we're very building up to these world events that's coming up. We've had the earthquake in Taiwan. I feel like there's going to be something like fate with leaders here. So I feel like there's going to be something about leaders coming up here, but it's like their fate, it's like destiny here, because we've also got the node, which is also very close to the moon, and also close to the sun too. That the nodes is for our destiny and our fate, where we're going. You might feel like on edge. I do feel like this could be a big awakening or a reality shock coming in as well. I feel like there's like a realization that's coming in, with people sort of waking up, and a realization about what they believe in, what they once thought. War of words, a build up of like war of words and war in the world. As I said, a lot of war energy is going to be building up here. Conspiracy theories is going to be a lot of conspiracy theories, or underground people, like, you know, not on mainstream, like underground theories that are coming up. I say conspiracy theories, but as we've seen in the last couple of years, a lot of these conspiracy theories have been correct. A lot of them. I know, I will say things that are a bit far-fetched, I'm not into, but things that, you know, when you think about it, oh, that can make sense. Fate. I feel like be patient. You're going to have to be patient this week, and it's going to be probably a test of patience too. Take your time in doing things, so not wanting to make a mistake, waiting for things to be done, just this on the edge feeling. I spoke to my friend who's another astrologer, and like I was saying, I was stressing out about all these things, and she's like, we wait, it's all about our reaction. So we wait to see what happens, and it's better how our reaction is to how it's going to start. Now, because we've got this stuff in Pisces too, and this conjunction of Mars and Saturn, I feel like mental health stuff's been coming up, and it's been more intense about mental health stuff, or drugs and alcohol, or sort of, I guess, a reality here, what people perceive as a reality. You might feel like you're getting a bit more crazy here, or agitated or angry, or problems that are going to come up. You might feel like you just try to be patient this week. Just try to be patient, know all your facts first before you try to react, even though sometimes it's hard, because we all have our initial reaction to things. When you've got, and it could be when you've got the Mercury conjunct the Sun, it could be hard to even get out what you're trying to get out, or you're forgetful. It could be a day of just forgetfulness, trying to get things out here. But I don't like this square with Mercury and Pluto. That can be a sudden ending. That could be war words too. With Pluto's in Aquarius, Mercury is in that Aries, so it could be a sense of freedoms. What people are, again, bringing up certain fears of people too. Could be bringing up, and people discussing certain things as well. So we're gearing up for an interesting week ahead in what is going to come up with this solar eclipse. Texas is a big thing, because it is creating like an X from another eclipse in Texas. It's creating like an X. So I know people are gathering in Texas. There's events happening over there, which I've heard of. So it could be something happening up in Texas too, as well. Just see how it goes. Let's do some cards for the week ahead. What cards am I using? Okay, so I'm going to use my angel cards for this week to see what will this eclipse bring us. People could say it's a bit of healing. There could be an aspect of healing, but when you look up Chiron, to me, Chiron's that person, that the soldier that come back from war, who's got a broken arm, broken leg. He's not going to get better. He's in a wheelchair, or he's lost an arm or leg. He's not going to get healed. It's like it's the wound that never gets healed. It's I don't like Chiron. I feel like there's a lot of pain, too, emotional pain or turmoil. It's how I sort of feel about it. But there's a lot of astrologers out there who love it. I'm not one of them. I like Jupiter. Like Venus. Don't mind Pluto actually. I'm not a fan of Saturn. Not a fan of Chiron. Okay. Alright. Mix of emotions here. With this card straight away, I find with this card here, it's a mix of emotions. People are looking forward to new things coming in, to opportunities, but also there's a sense here of feeling let down. There's two sides, because we've got two sides here. One side's like, hooray, things are happening. This person here, or this angel, is feeling to me let down. So I feel like there's, and I feel like we have to be open to opportunities, but don't get carried away. Just see how things go for after the retrograde. You might be feeling like you're running out of time, or you're feeling quite frazzled here. Two, there's a sense of, it could be like people walking away here, so you could be dealing with endings or contracts or deals rushed. I feel like it could be also a sense of people wanting you to rush into deals, which I would say not to rush into. We need to take your time. There could be a sense where people are lost for words, or a sense of like I feel like disbelief here. People need a set of patience here. To me, that's like patience, gathering your thoughts, just going back and going more within to see, you know, am I doing, am I on the right track? Am I going where I want to go here? But it's like we've got support here helping us to come through the tunnel, getting to the other side of it. I feel like there is an awakening for people who are in denial about certain things, or of a certain reality. It could be like a reality shift too. Like they talk about, this is a wake-up call with this eclipse too. It is hitting America, so it's not hitting Australia. I feel like there's just like these after effects that are going to happen with the eclipse, and I do feel like it's going to be a full like 6 months ahead. There's all this after eclipse and shadow stuff that's going to come up with it. I feel like it's a time of maybe thinking back, coming up with different ideas, thinking about future, but not so much acting on it, but just really more thinking about things, pondering, taking your time. There is a sense of feeling uplifted. I feel like just try very hard not to react to certain things is what I feel like leading up to this eclipse. I feel like be careful on the roads too, with road rage or anything that's going to get you agitated, to be very careful of. There is a sense of believing in yourself. You might feel like you've got that lack of belief in yourself. So I do feel like a sense of you having to believe in yourself, into where, you know, what you can do, where you're going, what is happening. I feel like that it's like all is not lost, that I feel too. I mean, we do have a positive transit coming up in the around the next couple of weeks ahead, 2 weeks ahead. We do have a very positive, I feel it's positive, Jupiter conjunct Uranus. Other astrologers are saying it's not positive. I see it as a positive transit, and even in your chart. So we have that to look forward to in a couple of weeks' time. We're still going to be through Mercury retrograde, but you know, we'll see where we're going with those planets are in the meantime. But I just feel like keeping your head on here. I even feel like these fiery words here with relationships and passions sort of coming up here too. And it's like people are like pointing this, like you're not doing the right thing, or you're not, because with this Venus in Aries, I feel like there's a sense of bit agitation here with these other planets that are being there, and it's like might be, you know, you're not doing the right thing, you haven't done standing by me. So I feel like there's a bit of a temper war of words here with relationships also coming into. I feel for people who are a bit, say, deluded, or people who can sort of go in their own little dream world, they will do well, because they can go into their dream world. They only perceive how they perceive things, their reality, whether it be a mental health thing, or it's just people that like to daydream are going to be able to cope better through this. True. And I feel like it's going to be very important to just listen and comprehend what's happening around you, more than just, I feel like, get your facts first before trying to react. I feel like it's very important not to just go off the handle and have reactions here, is what I kind of feel like. So let me see if I can get a channel for this eclipse ahead. Okay. This eclipse is going to be an all-powerful, mighty eclipse that you all have never seen before. For you have all witnessed many things of disbelief and reactions and shocks that are happening around the world in the last 2 to 20 years. It is now time for another shock, another awakening, another thing to be exposed. For realities will be shaken and people will be awakened. For there will be more people who will put their head in the sand, who don't want to come out, who don't want to perceive what a reality is or where reality is even going. For those who are already in the know, who already know what is coming, who already have a spectacular mindset, will be open to new things and be opening to what's coming. For you're all maybe at disbelief, and war words will come, and maybe war actions will come at this as well. For this could be a trigger warning for everyone around the world for what is about to be exposed during this solar eclipse. For Tuesday will be a gigantic day full of mixed emotions, rage, anger, frustration, people not knowing they're coming or going, people waiting on the line and not wanting to move forward and wanting to go backwards. For no longer can you go backwards. It is no longer always moving forward. And for what people perceive they are pushing, or what government you think is pushing for, like law and order, for this may not happen because we still need time to relax. We still need time to move forward, and things haven't played out yet the way that they are going to play out. For people in governments think they have all the answers and think they can push buttons and that they have what's coming, but they do not know. But they don't know what other secrets there are from other governments, for other players in the field. It is all a big exposure. They're all big secrets, and there's all things going to be coming out very, very soon. We wish you a good day. Take care and honor yourselves and honor each other. Be around people who are like-minded, who trust you and not necessarily obey you, but respect your opinions. For people who are around you who no longer respect your opinions, who think that you just talk crap, these are the people that you need to avoid. For they'll just make you more angry and frustrated. For their head will be in the sand and your head will be up high. For the reality that you know is the true reality that is coming. Okay, so let me just do 3 cards. We'll do these here. Where's the cards? Okay. For me, I always think of the worst thing. So if I go on a roller coaster, I close my eyes. I think of the worst thing. But then I do it, it's not so bad. So my instant reaction is always think of the worst. And then I go over that day, oh, it's not so bad. Or I'll be like, oh, geez, it's as bad as I thought. Okay, let's have a look here. So card 1, card 2, and card 3. Card 1, this card here. Over the rainbow, to me, what the rainbow means is a pot of gold here. So I feel like there is a money opportunity or money expanding, money coming in. Could also mean that you need to invest in gold perhaps too. There is a sense of underlining or misunderstanding or miscommunication going on for you this week. I feel like you've got a lot of things going on, everyone buzzing in your ear for what's happening. I feel like there's an understatement here. I feel like there's someone around you who's a joke or a joking mood, and they are someone only wary of too with that card. Card number 2, this card here. Could be some broken hearts with this card. I feel like something just is not fixable. You're just trying to fix it. It's like there's a mistake being made here, but you can't seem to bring it all together. Wires being crossed. You're trying to reach out for new love, or you want to feel love. Love is very important for you this week, and to feel like warmth. But it could be a cool reception that's going on around you. I feel like you feel like perhaps that you're walking on a path alone here. But you're trying to really reach out to get some help or some comfort here from someone with a broken heart. Number 3 here, like the first card here. You see the magic in things with this card. You see more than what other people see. You see beyond the reality of things. You might even get to see beyond portals here. and beyond worlds. You might be a light walker and be able to see the other side. There's a new door and opportunities open for you. I feel like barriers are being pushed here. You're trying to push the limits. You're really trying to gather your thoughts and collective writing things down, but you're trying to make sure you get it right before you act on things. There could be like communication here. Using the baby news, something new or baby news perhaps coming into. There's a baby there in the picture as well. So this is a baby. Look after your health and what you're eating. Something about nutrition also coming up with this card as well too. Okay. In 2 weeks' time, on 21st, I will be at the Central Coast for the Psychic and Alternative Fair. So I am there selling my cakes and cookies. I will have Midigon. I'll have a platform happening in Midigon as well. In May, I'll be in Canberra for the Boho Lux Festival. True. And so I've got that going on. Just remember for this week, patient, and as my friend said, it's all about how we react to situations. So let the situation uncover first, get everything, try and keep settled, try and be patient before you react. Okay. Thank you for your like, and I will be doing on the weekend, hopefully I have time. Time gets the essence of me. I've got Taylor Swift. I'm going to be doing a video on Taylor Swift. I've already got her chart. I've got my notes ready. I just have to film that. So get that ready, and I'm getting those horoscopes out. Of time gets above me. Anyways, thank you for your likes, shares, and comments. And I'll see you for my next video. It's my kitty cat there. He even drives my patience too. But anyways, see you next time.